How you doing, guys? Demo690 here again. Welcome back to my channel. What's been happening? Yeah, a lot's been happening this week. I've been at the 175 again. I'm not going to ruin what goes on. You'll just have to sit and watch. But it's going to be a long video today, just so you know. Probably something like 20 minutes. So any bits you don't want to watch, just skip on. So settle yourself down, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so I'm at the CD175 again tonight. Just for your entertainment, I'm going to show you that I have this spark set correctly. This is the blue wire. It goes to the earth of the bike. So I'm earthing it there on the edge of the plates area, and the live is going to go to the little bolt. Hold on till I get a bit of light here. You can see it there. It's on the top of the little bolt for the other end. I'm hoping that's the right way around. So I need to turn this now, and you'll see when it comes to the F mark, when I have the ignition turned on. I'll just go round once. You can see it lighting up there. But we're coming round to the F mark here. You'll see we're on the F mark and the light has come on. So that is pretty spot on. I can't see any issues with that. So the timing is right. On to the next thing. Yeah, so after messing around with this for quite a while, I still have not figured out what's wrong. It's definitely got no spark at all now, and it has lost any kind of spark that it had, has lost it. Now you'll see the way I have these crocodile clips. They're not touching anything else other than the bolt here. I'll just show you. Right, they're stuck to the bolt only. It's not touching the plate. This is earth to the bike. Now I switch on the ignition of the bike. Our little light comes on. But if I take my thumb and I push that back, the light doesn't go off. It stays on. For some reason this circuit isn't breaking. So I don't know what's going on. But that's what's happening. The circuit isn't separating. This puzzle just gets worse and worse and worse. I just don't know. By the way, I just checked this condenser using 20M on the multimeter, and the number started to climb on it. So I'm starting to think now this condenser isn't bad at all. But if that's not what the problem is, I am stumped. I just do not know anymore. Okay, so I'm only after establishing something. I decided I'd retest the condenser. Took the wires off, charged it up. The number started to climb. Weren't staying climbing though. They were kind of climbing and then going back to a certain number and then back on up a bit. So put the wires back on, switched on the ignition, spark was back. But it didn't last long. It went away again. So what I think is happening is this is not getting charged up. And when I do charge up with the multimeter, it has a little charge in it to give us the spark down here. So it could possibly still be this condenser, but it's very hard to know. I guess I won't know until I get a new one and sort of try it out. So that's where we are. I'm going to have to get a new condenser, which I have ordered already, and we'll know more whenever we try it out. Well, just to satisfy my curiosity with the other bike, I nipped over to my storage place for for this one that I just bought. I thought I'd give you a quick look at it while I'm here. I'm just going to fix this plate back on here. Just to keep things right. Yeah, so as you can see, it's really not in a good shape. I mean, it's solid. I mean, this is just surface rust, you can see. Needs a lot of cleaning up. I'll be putting new rims on, although I think with a bit of a good rub of some steel wool, it might not come up too bad. That. As you can see, this bike has not been used in a long time. It hasn't run in a long time. The person that had it before me hadn't got a clue what they were doing with it. And they have cut wires and they were having spark problems. They've cut wires and done all sorts with it. And it's going to be a real challenge for me to get this sorted out. But hopefully I will get it sorted. You can see it's leaking a wee bit of oil out of this or something. Yeah, I better put something under that. Save his nice floor. So that's going to be an issue. Must be a gasket gone there. What else we got? I think one of the shocks might be gone because there was a lot of oil over this mudguard when we brought it here. It may have come from that side of the engine though. So this is it. Sorry about the light. There's no light in this shed. I have a new chrome piece bought for this. So that's going to be all nice and new looking. I have new handlebars. Well, almost. There's a little tiny bit of pitting, but God, not even near as bad as this. So they do look a lot better, the ones that I just bought for it. So I have a set of them. I have new levers. I have new stems here for the indicators, and I'll probably buy some new old stocks for it. What else? I have a new seat bought for it. Well, not a new seat, but I found a pan where I can make a seat out of it. An original one. I have side panels got for it. I have a battery box, because the battery box was missing on this and I couldn't understand. I thought, are these not meant to have a battery, you know? So yeah, they are meant to have a battery, and it was missing the battery box and the toolbox. So I've got the two of them now. The toolbox isn't a great one, but they're not easy found, so that's basically what I had to do. I just had to buy a bad one and try and weld it up or something. This is a bit bent and stuff. We'll have to get that sorted out. Patch this mudguard. I'm not too sure how bad that mudguard is. Maybe from about here up to here, maybe, or further, maybe here. We'll have to patch that. Simple enough job, hopefully. The tank, you can see, is not terrible bad. It's been kept pretty good. It was filled full of kerosene oil, so that has saved it. I mean, aluminium, you can see, it hopefully would clean up. Obviously it looks like shit right now, and I will be respraying all of this, so don't worry about that. I do need to get the side panels chromed, re-chromed, so I'm looking into that right now, what it might cost me or who could do it. And I have been told that there's a company called Prestige, so I may go with them. We'll see. I think this is the right ignition that he bought for it. I didn't buy this. This is the way the bike came to me. Somebody was trying to get it to run and they just couldn't understand why, and they didn't even know that you needed a battery. So obviously it wasn't going to run without that. But anyway, whether it had the battery or not, there's no compression out of these cylinders, not a big pile. So it's only 50 on one side and very little on the other. So I know I'm going to have to take off this head to see what's going on. I have loosened up the bolts right now, and I think I'm just going to lift off the cap to see what's underneath that. You can see Yeah, it's crusty, but it will come back. She will come back. Somebody has painted the mud yard already at one stage, but I'm going to be redoing that anyway. I'll be redoing all these chrome bits, hopefully any of the wee smaller chrome bits like these, you know, up on the shocks and that. I said I was getting new wheels. I will be getting new rims and spokes. I'll clean up the middle pieces and I'll clean up the stanchions. Hopefully the stanchions are not rotted in underneath that, but the only way I'll find that out is when I take it apart. The engine appears to be dry apart from that side cover. I mean, there doesn't appear to be any head gasket leaks or anything like that. Has the original carburetor from Japan. What else? Yeah, there's been a bolt broke here, and this is where your passenger footrest would go, so that's got broken at some stage. I'll have to figure that out. It's like the bike has been stripped apart at one stage and it was just half kind of roughly thrown together, to be honest. Has a side stand and the wheel still lifts up off the ground, which is a good sign. The original pole piece that goes through the wheel, unfortunately the other side, we're missing the nut and we're missing the adjusters, which I have bought now, the adjusters. Shocks, not looking too good. Looks like they've been leaking a bit. And the chrome's shot on them anyway, so I may end up replacing them. I don't know yet. I'll have to see what goes on there. But that's it, guys. A closer look at the little CD175 that I have, the 1971. And I'm looking forward to getting at it eventually. If I ever get this one of my friends out of my shed, and it is pretty much doing my nutting at this stage, that other one. But anyway, I came here to steal a part of this bike, and I know I hate that word and I hate doing this, but I want to satisfy my curiosity, so I'm taking the condenser with me to try it on this other bike and see how we get on. Hopefully we get on well. Anyway, so that's the condenser. I don't know if that condenser is good or bad. We'll just have to see. But I wanted to try and satisfy my curiosity. So that's it, guys. Just thought I'd give you a quick look at the 71 CD175, which I will be starting soon. But I could run into just as much trouble with this one, trying to get it to run. Who knows? And I'm going to take the cap off the top of the engine here, the head of the engine, to see what it looks like underneath. So I might give you a little shot of that now when I get it done. Okay, so I'm back home now. What's the verdict of my curiosity? Right, we've got spark again. The condenser worked. I kicked over the bike. Now it was getting it very hard to start, and it did eventually run on the choke very badly and backfiring out of the exhaust. So there's still an issue somewhere. Maybe it's the timing of the actual engine. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. It did run for a few minutes though, but I haven't got it to run since. That's all I can tell you for now, guys. That's the video for maybe the whole of this week. I'll have to do a bit of looking up on the drawing board and see what I come up with. Success, guys. Going to take the choke off, see what it's going to do. Revving pretty high. Choke's off. Still pretty high idle. I'll try and turn it down a bit. That ain't doing anything. Yeah, it's idling pretty high. I don't know what's going on. Back to you in a second. Well, it's running. It's burning off an awful lot of oil and stuff. But hopefully it's running okay. Got pretty hot, pretty fast though. Gonna check and see if it's getting oil. Yeah, it's getting oil. You can see it's spitting out over there. Okay. At least we know it's getting oil, but it heats up very fast. It's very hot, very fast. Appears to be running, yeah, both cylinders. So we're looking good. Looking good, guys. Hopefully it stays like that. Now we have it switched off. I'm just going to give it a wee go again for shits and giggles and see what it's going to do for us. Will it restart? Let's find out. Ignition on. Hopping up on the bike here. Oh, yeah. Give it a kick. Yeah, so I thought once we had it running once, maybe we'll give it another kick here now and heat it up a bit and see what it does. Just give me a second to hold my phone. This is not easy. Oh, check it out, guys. Take it over just nicely there. Sounds great. Checked that it was getting oil. It was getting oil, so right, she's stopped now. I'm worried. Yeah, there we go again. She's running, but yeah, it doesn't just want to open out though. Might just need a bit of a setting. Getting a bit spluttery now. Yeah, well, at least it's a result, at least it's running. Don't ask me what's causing it to be a bit spluttery, but we'll get to the bottom of that. I'm just happy to see that it's running. At least that allows me that I can get on with the job now and spray it up or something. I will get a friend of mine to give it the once over who knows more than me. But Bikes Darren, if you're watching, maybe you'd take a look at this for me. But I think we're there, hopefully. Right guys, that concludes our video for this evening. If you like what you see, subscribe. Don't be afraid to comment, because I always learn from people like you who maybe have more experience at this. And I'd like to build a nice community here on Demo 690, and where everyone helps everyone, you know. So thanks for watching, and until next time. Yeah, so after yesterday when I got this bike running, there was a further complication, and you'll see that that when I split the case to you can see how it splits there where that orange stuff is. Split the case to change the kickstart shaft. There's a little seal in here that goes to the clutch. I don't know if you can see it there. See it down there? That seal. Well, the bike was running and that seal popped out. And if you look at the bottom of the engine here, hold on, I'll show you. Where can we see that? There. You can see that that's a telltale sign of what happened. And now I'm going to show you under the bike. Yeah. She poured the oil clean out over the floor. Every pick of oil that was in the bike came out over the floor. So yeah, I wasn't a happy man. And I had it running, and it just seems to be everything you get done on this bike, it throws something else at you. So I hammered the seal back in. I don't know if it's going to stay in there. I hope it's going to bloody well stay in there, or I'm in trouble. I phoned Darren, my friend, Darren Crawford, and he's going to look at it because it was ticking over a little rough. You'd go to open it out, and it wasn't. It was spluttering when you wanted it to open out. So that sort of thing is just a little beyond me at this stage. I just don't have enough experience in getting it to run smoothly like that. I'm not great at setting the spark timing, as you all know if you've ever watched my videos. It takes quite a bit of skill to get that spot on, and when it is spot on, the bike will kick off perfectly every time and run very nice. But it could be a spark advance issue, or it could be that I didn't set the timing right. So I'm going to let Darren look at it. I have to get more oil for it because all the oil is on the floor again. So fed up putting oil in it. Hopefully when it comes back from Darren, it'll be running and I'll be able to worry about paint and stuff like that there, because I really want the owner to have this away and have it for the summer for the vintage run. I'm just gonna, I know there's no oil in this, but I'm just gonna see how easy it might start this morning, if it'll start at all, and I'll run it for like a second and then I'll turn it off. Right, well, there's the key on. We'll stick on the fuel here if we can. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, fuel's on. We'll get up. I don't see I don't see any neutral light on for some reason, but we'll worry about that later. Hopefully we've got power. Right. Yeah, so my phone died there, but I wanted to see how easy it would kick off, and we're going to see now. I have the choke on. I'm going to kick. Maybe it doesn't need the choke now. Turn the choke off then. There she goes, guys. There's no oil in it, so I just wanted to do it for a second to see would it start. That's great. At least it's doing that. Right, next thing it'll be going to Darren. I'll put some more oil in it and it'll go over there and he'll sort out the gremlins and I'll be able to start painting it then, hopefully. Thanks for watching, guys. Before I go, just in case I didn't show you what the actual issue was, you'll see that I went over to the storage place and got the condenser off my personal 175 that I'm after buying, and thought that's what it might have been. But it turned out, when I went to troubleshoot and started checking the power, tracing it from the ignition back, that there's under here, I don't know if you can see it, see that connection there? Here? I'll just switch on the light. That connection had loosened up on the inside, and it wasn't gripping the other side of this right and continuing to give power. So that's what the issue was, just in case anyone wanted to know. There you go, guys. See you later.